guys, I have another book for you. It's called The Stars. The author is the same author as the book I read, The Earth, Cody. Let's see what Rocket has to say in this story. It says, let's explore the stars. On a clear night, twinkling stars light up the sky. Those stars are actually burning balls of gas, and they are really, really big. Stars only look small because they are very far away. We can see thousands of stars from our planet, but there are billions and billions of stars in space. And Rocket says, I'm Rocket. Do you want to explore the universe with me? Then get ready to blast off. Next stop, the stars. And at the top it says, the stars we can see from Earth are part of the Milky Way galaxy. The inner workings of a star. The core is super hot and dense, that's the center, and energy flows out towards the surface. And Rocket said the star is hottest at its center. It can reach millions of degrees. Woo! Fire in the sky. Stars are mostly made up of two types of gases, hydrogen and helium. A star is so big that a huge weight presses down on its center. The hydrogen gets tightly squeezed. That forces some of the gas to combine and turn into helium. The change produces energy, a lot of it. Stars give off this energy as heat and light. That's a cool fact. You do not have to wait until it is dark to spy a star. The closest star to Earth is our very own sun. The sun is the center of our solar system. 8 planets, or 9 planets if you count poor Pluto, travel around it. Earth is one of them. There are billions of other stellar or star systems in space. They also have their own planets. And here is a picture of the planets here. Mercury, and then the Sun, and Venus, and Earth, and Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and then Pluto would be out here at the end. The second closest star to the Earth is called Proxima Centauri. It's about 260,000 times as far away as our sun. Wow, Rocket is so smart. And this is a picture of a Milky Way. It looks like a faint bond of light that stretches across the sky. In space, billions of star clusters together to form galaxies. Our sun and the stars seen from Earth are part of the Milky Way. The Milky Way is shaped like a giant pinwheel. A galaxy can also be shaped like a ball. Some galaxies do not have a specific shape. They just look like blobs of stars. That's a cool picture. And Rocket says there are trillions of galaxies in space. Each is filled with billions of stars. A star's life. Space is filled with huge clouds of gas and dust called nebulous. That is where stars are born. Stars take millions of years to form. First, gravity pulls bits of gas and dust together into a ball. The ball grows bigger and bigger. It starts to spin and heat up. Finally, the ball bursts into life. A star is born. And Rocket said, the word nebula means cloud. And check out this picture. Isn't that so beautiful? And it says, this is the Orion Nebula. Star size comparison. A star's size depends on its type. So you see a red dwarf and a yellow dwarf and a red supergiant and a blue and white giant. Stars gather different amounts of dust and gas as they form, so some are bigger than others. Scientists call the smallest stars dwarfs. They can be the size of the Earth. Larger stars are known as giants. Even bigger stars are called supergiants. They can be more than 1,000 times as large as our sun. How brightly a star shines depends on its size and how hot it is. I'm going to read that again. How brightly a star shines depends on its size and how hot it is. That's a cool fact. Let's see what Rocket says. Do you want to know why these stars have different color names? Turn to the next page. Scientists know how hot a star is because of its color. The coolest stars appear red. Next comes orange, yellow, and then white stars. The hottest stars glow blue. Our sun is a yellow dwarf. It is a medium temperature and size. The most common type of star is a red dwarf. Red dwarfs are relatively small and dim. I thought that was a really cool page. Most people think of the color red as hot and blue as cool. It is the exact opposite for stars. This picture says the outer layers of the dying stars drift away. When a star dies, every star grows old and dies. That happens as it slowly uses up its hydrogen fuel. For example, our sun will expand as it nears the end of its life. It will grow into a giant. Its outer layers will drift away. A white dwarf will be left behind. The white dwarf will grow cold and dark over time. And then Rocket says, our sun is 4.6 billion years old. Scientists think it will last another 5 billion years. That's a long time. Giant and supergiant stars also expand near the end of their lives. Then the star's core gets so heavy that it collapses and the star has a huge explosion. The explosion is so bright that it can be seen in distant galaxies far away. This is called a supernova. That's cool too. Rocket says, our sun is not big enough to ever explode in a supernova. The brightest of the supernovas can take months to fade. This page, it says, New York City's bright lights make it hard to see stars. Rocket says, hundreds of years ago, there was no electricity. Thousands of stars could be seen in the night sky. Looking up, how many stars can you see at night depends on where you are. It can be hard to see stars in a city. Street lamps and buildings create too much light, but you can still see thousands of twinkling stars if you travel far from cities. And this little white rectangle says people can see thousands of stars in the countryside. Long ago, people looked for patterns in groups of stars. Pictures formed if they connected the stars with imaginary lines. These shapes are called constellations. People named them after heroes, gods, animals, and everyday objects. For example, Leo is shaped like a lion. There are 88 official constellations in the sky. And this page shows you Big Dipper and Little Dipper. I don't know if you can see, it's a little bit light. And at the bottom it says, the Big and Little Dippers are familiar patterns in the sky. And this is a picture of the Hubble Space Telescope. It takes pictures of distant stars and galaxies as it orbits Earth. That's cool. Scientists use telescopes to study the stars. Some telescopes spy stars from Earth. Other telescopes soar through space. They help scientists learn more about how stars live and die. Telescopes can even spot distant galaxies. Maybe someday we will visit stars far beyond our own. And at the top it says, ground telescopes let scientists look at the stars from Earth. And Rocket says, good night, I'm going to dream about the stars. I wanted to show you this page too because I think it would be really cool if you looked at the constellations here and maybe you had mini marshmallows and some pretzel sticks and you could form the constellations with your pretzels and marshmallows. Maybe we'll try that one day. And then at the end of our story, it reviews some vocabulary. Energy, which is the orange word here. It says power in forms such as heat, light, and motion. The blue word says gravity, force that pulls things towards each other. There is very little gravity in space. Nimbulus, glowing clouds of gas and dust that can be seen in the night sky. And the last, solar system, the sun and all the objects that travel around it. There you go. In case you want to use those words in your kid writing stories. Okay, that's it for this book. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you learned a lot. Take care. See you soon.